So, welcome back everyone to another episode of Crypto Theka, your favorite place to explore all the things blockchain and crypto. I am your host, Sayan, and today we have an incredible guest joining us, Ramesh Rikonda, a Web3 visionary, blockchain advisor, and expert in the tokenization and strategic partnership. With over 16 years of diverse industry experience, including roles at Coinstore, Token, and extensive involvement in RWA, NFTs, and DeFi. Ramesh is here to share his valuable insight and prediction on the future of blockchain and real-world asset tokenization. Ramesh, it's fantastic to have you with us today. Welcome to Crypto Theka.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shan, for inviting me for this podcast. Happy to be part of this podcast and sharing insights.
Yeah, we are glad you joined today, and we also are seeking learning from your expertise and your experience into this emerging domain. We designed the podcast into the different segment. So we begin with the segment one, where we look into your personal journey and background.
Sure.
Yeah. The first question is, can you briefly tell our listener about your journey into the blockchain and crypto?
Okay, I think that's a very good question. And sometimes even I wonder what I'm doing in this Web3 industry and how I managed to get into this industry. So I started my journey in Web3 back in 2019, early 2019. And before 2019, I worked with Accenture for 7 years. And I worked as a project manager, managing clients, Australian clients, India clients. And prior to Accenture, I worked with a few other companies like Max India, WS Global Services. Always have been in project management, team management, business management, client management. So those were my special roles and responsibilities. But yes, Web3 I started in 2019. I joined as one of the founding member for a token, utility token. So my experience is more started with the and worked there for almost 3 months to 2 years. And then post which I started my own consulting, blockchain consulting. I used to get project developed end to end, right from the initial stage, white paper, tokenomics, and app development, and the launch, and the launch, the marketing part. So I used to provide these services in the part of consulting and I worked with few projects, global projects. And then I got into this exchange industry. And yes, today I'm with Coinstore. It's been more than 3.5 years now with Coinstore. Yeah, so it has been a great journey. Okay. Yeah, and this industry is dynamic. The skills changing.
I totally agree, and I really believe that our viewer will definitely get a different view on the blockchain and crypto from your background, like your diverse background, starting from the service-based industry with the top companies like the Accenture and all, and then joining our team as a co-founder, along with all these diverse experiences. I definitely believe that our viewers will get a different point of view onto the blockchain and this currently DeFi going on. Along that, moving to the another question, with over more than 16 years of experience across the multiple industry, what drew you specially toward blockchain and Web3?
I think blockchain it's a fantastic application. Yeah. The programming itself is tremendous. The usage of blockchain is already being adapted in more than 40 different domains and industry. Okay, so it has a lot of potential, lot of scope. Of course, the main reason is because of the foundation of blockchain. Okay, because you cannot, it's completely decentralized, it's traceability, it's scalability, of course, the security level. Okay, so these are the main foundation of blockchain. So it's as good as the internet bubble what we had before. Okay, but blockchain is here. It's not only about cryptocurrency, but blockchain is more like a use case, okay, which can help any industry optimize and improve their efficiency.
Got it. So from your view, is blockchain is here to stay. It's not just like an .com bubble or something like that. It's not only about the pump and dumps and meme coins and all. Beyond that, it's a very good technology with some realistic or unique character like immutability. And once you wrote something, you cannot change it.
Yes, you cannot. I think that is one of the foundation, and all these use cases are built on by using blockchain technology. Okay, so I think that is the reason it's giving a very good space for innovators come with different ideas, different technologies. Now, blockchain, you can't only speak about blockchain now. You are talking about blockchain plus artificial intelligence, blockchain plus machine learning, blockchain plus IoT, blockchain plus AR and VR. So all these are complementing each other. Using we 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 talk about like driverless car. So it's not possible with only one technology, right? There is a mix of technologies complementing each other and increasingly driverless cars. Okay, drones, passengers. Now I think it's going to be live very soon. We are already doing pilot. Yeah. So all these things are mix of AI, IoT, blockchain. So I think it's very dynamic. Things are changing very fast.
I totally agree on that. Nowadays, that emerging techs are doing which we think like impossible for like couple of years back, and now that things are happening right now. Like also, no one thought like that something called Bitcoin having a value instant for a few years back, and now be an around 100K in values. So I totally agree on that. Like things are moving very very quickly, and these emerging techs are very dynamic by nature.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a big players like BlackRock, JP Morgan. Okay. Many of the regulatories, they are talking about Bitcoin reserves, right? They are talking about blockchain technology. Okay, yet the formal regulatory is yet to come in most of the countries. Even it's still in the draft stage. But some of the superpower countries, even they are openly supporting this technology and the Bitcoin reserve. So it is there to stay. That's what I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. We are also seeing around us like now the countries are adopting and accepting crypto as an value and not like just something thing which is just exist on the internet or just exist on the paper. So that is like something we are still on the early phase, as you mentioned. Like many government are still into the draft mode or they are still looking into what is this technology. But yeah, many powerful countries have started adopting it, and so yeah. From there, moving to the our another segment like tokenization and real world assets. So it's like tokenization and of the real world asset for RWA is gaining tremendous traction. Could you simply simplify the concept for our audience to share why you believe RWAs are becoming increasingly important in future? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Real world asset is something like fractional tokenizing any asset. Okay. It can be gold, it can be property, it can be bonds, it can be stocks, it can be anything which has value. So, of course, today, if I want to buy a flat, which is, say, 2 million, okay, but I can't afford 2 million, but definitely because of RWA tokenization, I can invest in a property by buying fraction of the tokens, fraction of shares. Okay. The best part is it will be there on the blockchain. Okay, so the ownership, there will be a transfer of ownership. Okay, and then it is immutable. So that ownership will definitely remain for a long term. So there is no middleman, there is no intermediary because of blockchain. So RWA is getting quite trending right now.
Got it. The RWA is nothing but you part or you broke the entire asset into smaller chunks and then make it available to the smaller investor who don't have the full amount to purchase the entire asset.
Yes, man. There are so many examples of real world asset. Of course, properties like construction, the land, they can tokenize the land. I've seen use cases where they have tokenized the entire ship, okay, like a huge. Now, that's also, it's quite trending right now. Even the government is talking about tokenizing because it's all about digital currency now.
Understood. So blockchain is so powerful that it gives you the flexibility to have the things or asset into the portion with the security of the blockchain.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, and recently you highlighted like Avalanche $250 million tokenized US Treasury deal. So why is this significant and what does it mean for the DeFi space?
So Avalanche, of course, the Avalanche network is growing right now. It's like top 50 digital asset, right? And Avalanche has been into this ecosystem for more than 5 years. So there are a lot of use cases which are coming, especially in the Treasury side, actually network. And now the market is bullish now. Like there are certain players like True recently, they are decided to launch on Avalanche network and they're planning to raise around 2 to 3 million. Okay. So those kind of partnerships will be like a milestone. Okay, not only for Avalanche but even other networks.
Okay, got it. And it's now moving to the segment 3. It's like strategic partnership and Coinstore listing and market making. So the first question is, you are a senior regional manager at Coinstore. So how do you decide which project to list and what make a sex listing right?
I think there are many factors and criteria for listing any project. So one of the most important point we check from the project side is their utility, okay, their use case, then the tokenomics, how transparent their tokenomics, okay, what is the percentage of distribution, okay, how much tokens are unlocked, okay, and what are the various components in the distribution of tokenomics, what is the maximum supply. Okay. So those are very important aspects when you look at the tokenomics of any project. Because if you see that 90% of the tokens are with the founders, do you think as a user or as a crypto enthusiast, you will really believe in that particular project? You will not, right? Okay, so those are a few flags, okay, which we try to figure out. Okay. And then other factors like FVP, the minimum viable product. Is it ready? Whether it's a test net or whether it's trading net. There are factors like how much funds have they raised, the private sale or through seed sale. And we look at their community, we look at their social media, how active the social media is. Okay. Of course, I would say that any project you can judge based on the social media channel because most of the projects they may not be very active on the social media channel, but they will have a fantastic use case. Okay. Then because you come across projects where they already have a community from Web2. Okay, they might want to cater their Web3 service to the Web2 user base, okay, which can be like more than 5 million or 10 million Web2 user base. Okay, but now they want to launch their Web3 product and they want to engage and penetrate in their existing Web3 clients and of course acquire more new users, new markets, new demographic. Okay, we do a proper consulting. We ask different set of questions, requirements, because understanding the project goal is very important. Okay, what is their goal? So based on that, we provide them these services. Of course, as an exchange, Coinstore got complete end-to-end, more like a one-stop solution for any Web3 project if they are looking for the initial launch. Okay. And then that is the reason our exchange in last 4 years, we have onboarded more than 3,000 plus tokens on our exchange. And we are not specific to any country or any geography. We have listed projects from all over the world. Okay. But yes, as a user base, we have a very strong presence in Southeast Asia. So this is one of our strengths which we offer to our clients. So if the client is, say, from the United States and they are looking at listing Coinstore, we try to understand what exactly they are looking, not only listing, but also if they need any other marketing service. We have employees based in different countries. These are full-time employees. These are not listing agents or listing partners like other exchanges. So each of our employees who's based in different countries, they have very strong local connections in Web3. If they know the market, so every project we onboard on Coinstore, and if they are looking to get people connected in a particular country or demography, we work as a team and we give them more like a customized and tailored made things. Okay. And we do engage external agencies, okay, external marketing agencies, external influencers, small influencers like micro influencers, top regional influencers. Okay. Yeah. We also engage local PRs and the top media outlet PRs to provide more outreach to the project and gain more hype and hold-ups.
Got it. So Coinstore is doing like a end-to-end in-depth research. It's not just like you just come and list your token. You need to be having a strong fundamentals which shows by your tokenomics. Then you also needs to have some sort of communication, some sort of community through which you can just through their social media handle. And on top of that, you are actually seeing for the great utilities, not just pump and dump or a meme token. That is incredible. Like your user will also get like trust factor by this. Here you just not just trade any sort of meme token. You get a token which have great utility, great team behind that, and a great, along with the great technology.
Yes, absolutely. Look, I think it's more about giving the maximum opportunities for any token. So we work like a partner so that we can meet their work. There are projects they come with, they have very special requirements and they also have budget allocated for marketing, okay, both online and offline. And they choose Coinstore because they don't want to spend time. Okay, they don't want to really look after their internal bandwidth. They choose Coinstore as a one-stop solution where they look for end-to-end marketing, and not only online but also offline marketing. We give them forums, Web3 meetups, then brand conference events, and main crypto expo events. It's also one of the forum where we showcase our partners. So it's not only Coinstore doing branding for ourselves. Okay, so we also help our partners come as a co-host and we give them equal opportunity in terms of branding. Can we do a lot of customization also? So this is part of our products and offerings what we get. So we get different types of projects. There are projects they want to grow like from 0 to 3 months. Okay, so we have a different approach for them. There are projects they're very aggressive and they come with a very good budget. They say, okay, fine, I want to utilize all these services within 1 month itself. Okay, and then we got a plan according to them. Okay, and there are projects probably they just come for listing for now, and then once they taste the listing, they keep adding multiple add-on marketing services. Okay, so we have got marketing services to offer. Okay, now we give the entire menu to the client and we ask where it's client choice, whichever service they want to go for.
Oh, got it. Understood. And as you mentioned, apart from this, you've seen the things into the token is, if I want to conclude that, so it's a great utility with a great social media presence. And the third thing is, sorry, I forgot it. The great utility is social media presence and
utility and product is there.
And product is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, understood. So I think that EziPayCoin is definitely a very good blend of all these things which exist. And having said that, walk us through the official launch of EziPayCoin onto the Coinstore if we want to go like planning, marketing, campaign, liquidity support, and any lesson we need to learn from this.
So I think it's a great project. We have a very good team. Yeah, I know the foundation team for a quite long time. Okay. And I think that is the beauty that they also have done a lot of planning before choosing any exchange for launch. Okay. And now I think they feel it's the right time to launch the project on exchange. And yes, liquidity support and market making support. So that is also part of our listing. Okay. We are going to plan few campaigns. Okay. Once the listing is done. Okay. So based on, because it's always two-way efforts. So an exchange, yeah, since we have more than 10 million users, so most of our marketing efforts are the platform users centric. Okay. And we try to give more attention spotlight to the project so that our users can get to know about the project, can participate in any of the campaigns. Okay. So we amplify those campaigns in the social media, on our app, on our website. Okay. We, different offering and services that we have. The second thing is just EziPay is more like a payment solution, and it also solving the problem of cross border, and there are so many problems we solve with blockchain and through their utility. So I'm sure we have, I think that we have the real crypto users who would like to participate and be part of this platform.
Definitely agree. And this is also one of the reasons why personally I believe in EziPayCoin is they have great tokenomics, great fundamentals. They have great utilities, as you mentioned, like cross-border payments and other things like recharge, other services and all. And also a very strong community on our others, all the other social media like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn and all. And so this is also one of my personal reason to believe into the EziPayCoin. And as you mentioned, like these are also your parameters and your criteria for choosing the best tokens to listing onto your platform. So that also increased my trust into the EziPayCoin. So yeah, once there is another question. Once we launch a token, after the post launch, which KPIs like volume, liquidity spread, or social engagement, etc., do you track to measure the listing success?
Yeah, I think listing success is not like a 1 week or 1 month timeline. Okay, so I think the most important part is, see, it is there is very token, there is an coin, okay, and this market is quite volatile, right? So price can go up, it can go down. It all depends on demand and supply. Okay, if the price is down, you cannot complain. Okay, and that's why my price is down. Okay, why my price is so low. The price is up again. Cannot be very happy because it might not stay for a long time. Okay, so it's very quite common and general, right? So the cycle keeps continuing. So I think the volume is very important. I mean, how much volume you bring in the exchange? Okay, in the last 24 hours volume, your spread and depth is also very important factors. Okay, whether it is below 1% to 2%, because that is more heavy spread. Okay, although even the depth is also very important. I believe the volume and spread and depth is a very important factor. Your liquidity is also very important because the more liquidity you have in exchange, then it becomes very easy to maintain the chart. Okay, your chart will be very smooth. Okay, the order execution will be very fast. Okay, so it can mitigate many issues which impacts the price. Then it's a liquidity is very good. Okay, we do engage professional market makers. Okay, who work like a strategic market maker with a lot of projects. Okay, they help project to me like to ensure that there is no arbitrage, because arbitrage is also very important. Since projects they list on multiple exchanges, so they have to make sure that the price is maintained. Okay. But same in all the other exchanges, and there are a lot of strategies which they implement. So, so I think the most important part would be that the market cap. Okay, the market cap of the project. Okay, because at the end of the day, every project looks that as a success. criteria. How much is the market cap? For 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's an ongoing process.
Okay.
So
Got it. So it's very, no, yeah.
the project should have mix of short-term success and long-term success also. Okay.
Okay, got it. Like in crypto, price is not only volatile. You also need to be you need to also control your emotions. Like maybe for the short term, your project may be bearish, but on the long term it's bullish. Or it also vice versa. For some, maybe your price goes to up, but not for the long time. It might be get back to the their average prices and all.
Yeah, because it all depends on the user, right? So as an exchange cannot control buyer, exchange cannot control users, the sellers, right? So we have more than 10 million users. Okay. It depends on the user, what price they want to buy and what price they want to sell. Even project cannot decide that, right? They are open to place any orders, buy order, sell order.
Yeah, agree. And on that kind of situation, only if you have a good liquidity that will shape your project.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, moving to the another question, like many projects misunderstand the market making. Could you explain it in a simple term and why it is crucial, especially for a launch?
See, market maker, it's not about in cryptocurrency. Market makers are everywhere. Okay. If you look at the capital market, if you look at the stock market, okay, so even you will have market makers there. I think market maker is another very important something operations. Okay, which every project initially would need. Okay, when they are launching, so they work more strategic partners for the project. Okay, to make sure there is no arbitrage. Okay, there is no arbitrage. There are the price is maintained. Okay, and also it helps the project to implement different strategies. Of course, most of the strategy would be very confidential. So even as a Coinstore employee, I wouldn't know the strategy of market maker and the project founder. Okay, because that is highly confidential. You are not supposed to be part of any of this communication.
Okay, got it. And from your experience, what are the top three pitfall project face when listing on a centralized exchange, and how can they avoid them?
I think one of the most important thing what I see is many project founders they don't they don't verify the the person approaching from the exchange. Okay, so that is the most important thing. And they sometimes they come across imposter and scammers and they pretend to be listing manager or business development manager of XYZ exchange and they scam the projects founders. Okay. So this is one of the problem what I've seen. Of late, I think there is a lot of awareness, but I think few year back, I I used to come across many projects to complain about using funds to scammer okay, from different exchanges, and they installed the project for listing, but eventually they took the money and they disappeared. Okay. So this is one thing I always advise to any project that you should talk to direct employee of a project rather than relying on listing agent partners and security cameras. Okay. So we have to be very careful. Always verify to whom you are talking and you are discussing for listing. So this is very important. And second is I think the project should also have their internal plan, pre-listing and post-listing. Okay, very important because there are many strategies when project would want to implement, maybe before listing or after listing. Okay, we have to be very transparent. What are they up to? Okay, so as an exchange, we may help them or support them. Okay, in implementing those strategies. Okay, so we generally believe in co-creating. So I think planning is very important. Most of the projects they think that when I'm ready, then I will launch the token. I think you should always plan 2 months, 3 months in advance. You want to implement anything. So that is very important. And second thing is they also want to engage they should do more like a podcast event and awareness event. And project should share more about the recent developments within their platform, within their ecosystem. Okay, if they're planning to do any kind of campaign or airdrop for their community. Okay, they should share very actively about all these announcements.
Okay, so the major pitfall is impersonal. It's so if whenever you deal with someone, and if they pretend to be from specific person from the section, so always stay alert and always communicate with the trusted party. Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. So for moving to the another segment, it's insight and industry trend. So what major blockchain and crypto trend do you see emerging on accelerating into the next year?
Oh, I think this is a very difficult question. You don't know what is going to be tomorrow now or next 1 hour. Okay, so I can't predict what will next. But I think one of the very interesting thing even I want to explore and something quite new is quantum computing. Okay, so that is currently buzzing right now, and a couple intelligence, AI. Okay, that's not new to this space, but I see there will be more adoption of AI within blockchain. Okay, and you will find many products and services which will have combination of blockchain and AI, and they might do they might come up with very innovative services. Okay, which you may not even think about it. Because recently I came across a very special use case where they have used AI and blockchain, and through that they were that was more like a profile matching. Okay, profile matching. Like if you need a job, you don't have to really go through different types of job portals. Okay, again, you see there are so many social media channels where the random job posts are, you keep getting random job posts. But here I think that you have to update your experience, your CV, and you will get all the job in one click.
Oh, okay. So
One
it
click.
eliminates so many steps. In a single click, you get all the list.
All the list, the recent one. Okay, the most preferred one.
That's a crazy use case because most of the time people just spend time to finding the openings. And
Yes,
most of them, some of them are fake ones, some of are expired, or some of are old one. And
yeah, yeah. And then it will give you the top jobs based on your experience, and that too the recent one which are not fulfilled yet. Okay, so it filters that part also, and it also filters some irrelevant job roles. Okay, which you keep getting right, and sometimes you get so distracted, you waste so much of time. Okay, and so apply for you. Okay, along with customized covering letters and all.
okay, so it's like your personal assistant. Everything does behalf on you. You just need to appear for the interview. And I've seen so many AIs are also there who are giving interviews on behalf of human being. It's like they
Yes,
just have that something. Yeah, definitely. So then it also give me a little bit fear like in future AI maybe replace me. Maybe that podcasts are going on between the AIs.
yes. I think that's a future.
Totally understand. Totally agree on that. Like that, as you mentioned, things are changing rapidly, and we are not sure what new service and new AI or new blockchain things come tomorrow. So I definitely agree on that. So now moving to the another segment, it's like advice and actionable takeaways. So what's your best advice for the blockchain startup trying to launch successful tokens, project, or secure strategic investors?
I think the best strategy is there. I cannot say the best, but what I feel is I've seen some successful projects. One of the thing is what they plan everything in advance. Very important. Okay. And they don't remain silo. Okay. They openly do their marketing. Okay. And when I say marketing, not only online marketing, but also offline marketing. I have seen projects floating. Oh, I need funding. I'm looking for VCs. I think rather than reaching out to 100 people and keep following up with them. Okay, the project should get the right forum, right platform where they can address more than 100 people or 200 people at one time. Okay, so they should attend. Yeah, so I think that's very important, and they should market more about the features, which is which are the real differentiators of their products and or services. Okay, so I think the features are very important, and their long term plan, that is also very important. Okay, what is their long term plan? And they should do a lot of partners, the relevant partners, not any partner. They just do partnership only for the sake of announcement. Okay, but the real partners, okay, they can do like they can co-create with each other and they can expand their ecosystem, which can help both the partners mutually. So yes, I think these are few things which I feel Chin startup should be looking at. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so it means you need to be strategically extrovert into the marketing. You just not can't sit and just waiting for the VC or investor, and you need to be.
Yeah, because by the time you're ready for any VC or investor, someone has already copied your idea and they have launched the product. So I have seen projects, tokens, they like months to launch. Okay. And that's fine. If you're taking months to launch, that is absolutely fine. Okay. But there is always the risk, right? Competitor may come up with the same idea, may take the same name, domain, or they can come up with a complete copy paste of your ecosystem of your platforms and they can launch, right? Okay. So it's very easy, right? You can't even claim, okay, because you're not in the market still. You are still thinking of launching. So I think the timing is very important. I think at least this industry, what I've learned is if you want to be successful, you have to be in the league of early adopters. Okay. So that you won't miss the bus because this industry is changing fast. I think few years back, the trend was beam coin, but now I don't think so. People are already talking about beam coin. They're more talking about DeFi. They're more talking about payment gateways. They're more talking about RWA. Okay. So the trend keeps changing. So you should not think that, oh, you should catch the trend.
Got it.
And
So
take
you need to be
advantage.
okay. Correct. So you need to be quick into this industry. In decision making, you need to quickly make the decision. In execution as well, you need to execute it faster. Otherwise, someone else got your idea and just execute it and get the benefit from the trend.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So very important. Execution is very important. Not just planning and doing calls.
You're going on with the notepad and yeah.
Yeah. And then there are few startups I've seen that they initially they may have only one use case, but they mix up things. They keep launching trend apps. Okay. So the main focus is gone somewhere. Okay. The mainstream or the flagship product. Okay. So you will not find the focus on the flagship product. You will find there are multiple products which are getting developed or which is getting launched. Okay. So I think that also creates a lot of confusion and waste of time.
Okay, you got it. No, it's really a valuable advice for anyone who is right now into the industry and who is planning to come into the industry. So one of the thing which I'm getting from it, stop planning and start execution. Otherwise, someone else will come and execute your idea.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then moving to the last segment, it's a fun rapid fire question. I will provide you two options. You just need to pick one from there.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what if you want to choose from Bitcoin or Ethereum?
There is no choice. I would choose both, but Ethereum for now. Okay.
Okay.
Now Ethereum.
Okay. And what from NFTs or Metaverse?
Metaverse.
Metaverse. Centralized exchanges or decentralized exchanges?
For centralized exchange.
Long-term hold or active trading? Long-term hold. And the last, utility tokens or meme token?
Utility tokens.
Okay, we are ending this segment, and this has been an incredible insights discussion, Ramesh. Thank you so much for joining us today. Your expertise and perspective have truly shed light onto the potential and the future of the blockchain. Before we wrap up, how can our listener connect with you, follow your work, or learn more about your latest projects?
Okay, so I think the users can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm sure most of the Web3 audience are quite active on LinkedIn. So they can search my name, Ramesh Shrikonda, and you'll get my profile there. Okay, so I think LinkedIn is best where I get connected. But otherwise, also you can connect on Telegram. Okay, so my Telegram ID is my official Telegram ID. It's @Ramesh underscore Coinstore. So you punch this Telegram at your Telegram and you can ping me hi. Okay, and yes,
Okay, so that would be great. So, any audience who are watching this video and want to know more or need to connect with a trusted professional into the world of listing and centralized exchange, you guys can connect with the Mr. Ramesh on the social media which they mentioned. So wonderful to everyone tuning in. Thank you for joining us today on Crypto Theka. Make sure you follow our podcast for more extra conversation with the blockchain industry leaders. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep innovating. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Chayan.
so
Thank
much,
you,
Ramesh.
everyone, for joining the call. Have a great time.
Yeah. Thank you so much.